Hey, beautiful people, and welcome back to Let's Talk About Us. Let's Talk About Us is a form of kind of expressing about ourselves and talking about our environments and about everything that pretty much stresses us out. Oh my god, I'm horrible at communicating today. Okay, so honestly, this channel will be all about talking about what things that people teach us in this world that are kind of not the case, not what we should live for and live with for about 80 years of our lives or whatever age you're going to, die in or anything. So, which is why this channel will be pretty much about to talk about you, to talk about you and what you want and what you need and what you pretty much need to, if you want to die in peace, if you want it in that way. And so I thought we should start off. Now, many people probably don't agree with me about about this, but it really depends from where you come from and from which environment you come from and everything. But let's talk about women. Women are pretty much ever since they were born taught to be slaves. Now, not slaves as in slaves, but pretty much we think that we have grown so much from this, mental way of seeing women, but the truth is we just keep on seeing it the same way. When we see women getting married, that's the first thing, or a woman in general actually, that's the first thing we see. We see a slave, and that hasn't really changed. The only time where we see a woman differently is when she has made something of herself. She has, made a company, she has, done something, and she shows that she doesn't need anyone. And so today if you don't really agree with me, today I'm gonna kind of tell you from where I come from and how I was raised and how the environment around me told me to be as a woman. And I guess you'll just leave comments down below if you agree, if you come from the same environment as I am, or if you actually came from an environment where women were human, exactly like men, and where there was no difference between them. So let's start. So why women are always supposed to be slaves for pretty much everyone. So if you don't agree with me, I'm going to tell you why. Women, from the second they are born, their mother teaches them, and pretty much the entire society teaches them, that first of all you need to stay a virgin until you're married, and you need to have such a, not only physical virginity but a mental virginity as well. And what I mean in a mental virginity is that you need to be have a dominant and submissive part with your husband or with pretty much everyone, and you need to be the submissive, not him. And he needs to always be the dominant. Your parents are the dominants, your husband is the dominant, and your society is the dominant, and you just have to go with it. You just need to submit to everything they tell you to do. And you can't ask, you can't demand, to know what's happening. You can't pretty much have any of your rights as a human being. And as a woman, that pretty much, when you think about it, women are such a beautiful thing. I mean, we get, now if there's a child listening to this, please don't, but I mean, for everyone that is pretty much grown, and I think all of us here are grown people and understand, quite honestly, have a brain to understand and use it. A woman is such a beautiful thing. She has this biological thing inside of her where every month or so she gets her period, she sheeds blood because there's not something happening inside of her, as pregnancy. And when she gets pregnant, she's creating a human being inside of her. She's giving him all the safetiness, all the nutrition, all the, love, and all the talking. And she's talking to him and she's taking care of him. And sorry if the voice is a little bit weird, but I hope not. And all that, and she takes care of him, and then she literally pushes the child out of her. Like, imagine, like the other day I saw a picture where they showed how 10 centimeters, I think, are for a woman when she gives birth, and they showed the head of a newborn child of how much that actually is. And I was like shook. I was like shocked so bad, because it's like, oh my god, this thing will get out of me. Like, that's how much my body will open to take something that much big out of me. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, oh my god, I'm like shook, like dead shook. Like, oh my goodness. Not to say that men don't have a place in the world or in anything, but women are really powerful creatures. Any women, I don't care if you're the mean kind of woman or anything, you become what you are for a reason. And sometimes because of things that have happened. So this is not really, I'm not trying to tell anyone you're good or you're not good or anything, but women are really something special. And this is why you mostly see men running after us. And don't really run after them, just show them that you care about them. I think for me that's enough, as long as you show them that you care about them and that you're here for him. But at the end of the day, you're the thing that is really special. You're the thing that you push something so small and yet so big for your body out of you, and you literally made it, and it comes out of you, and then they got the thing, I forgot what's it. And then you literally made a human being. You're literally a creator. You're literally something so special. And then your body starts to give milk and start producing, and it's like, oh my god, I can't really explain it. I'm really sounding probably bad, but like, this is how mind-blowing women's body is and a woman's love is. I think if any man is listening right now, and rather you have a girlfriend currently or a wife or a mother, you can agree that a woman's love is so powerful and so special, especially when she really deeply loves you and cares about you and wants to take care of you. And a woman naturally has the instinct of a mother, rather you gave birth or you haven't yet. Or will never, in some cases, like mine, probably. But that's what is really special about a woman. That alone is really special. We still haven't talked about millions of things that, a woman can take a simple food, turn it into a really delicious dinner. Like, I am a woman, but like literally physically. Like, if you throw at me food at home, I literally can't do half of what my mother will imagine of doing with these foods. Like, I'm not kidding. The other day I told her, like, I don't know what I'll do without you, because literally you take something so nothing and you turn it into this really yummy dish, and I'm like, oh my god, mind blown. And so let's come back to women's slavery, if you would like to put it that way. We are taught to please everyone except ourselves. We are not allowed to be pleased. We need to please our parents. We need to please our society. We need to please everything and everyone except us. We need to please our husbands. We need to please our men in our lives. We need to do whatever they tell us to do without questions asked and nothing. And that's honestly like, why, dude? Like, I'm a human being. I have the right. I have a voice that can be heard and that can actually speak. Why can't I actually talk and ask what's happening and want to know what's happening? And that really pisses me off personally, because ever since I was little, they teach me that your husband is, or, your future husband is your Prince Charming, the one that will come and take you on his white horse and go, and you need to be, his little, oh my god, you saved my life and all that bullshit. That's from like the end. So no, dude, like, you're your own person. No one's gonna come and save you. Like, give yourself power. Give yourself, know what your self-worth is. Know what your worth is, and don't settle for anything less. Men sometimes not sometimes, especially in the Middle East, men take women as something, literally, as an object. What a woman is to them is something that they can have a little bit of fun with, but they alone can have fun. No one else can have fun except them. a mother for their children, that at the end of the day the children will hold their names and not the mother's name. And yet I don't know, I don't see you pushing out that child out of you, like really. I didn't really see you spending, my mother for example spent 10 hours to give birth to me at the end. First of all, she was trying to give birth to me naturally, and my head was too big to get out naturally, so they ended up cutting, all that, and so I got out and all that. Like, I didn't see my father go through all this hard work, and yet I took my father's name. Why? Why? That beautiful woman took so much of her, like, she was literally on the verge of death to give birth to me. And yet, I go and I'm forced to take my father's name, exactly like, this woman just literally go through hell to give birth to me. Like, why? Why? Seriously, why? And then, it's not only that, what I was taught. Okay, so what we're actually taught is that we actually don't have a say in what we want. We don't have a say in what we need. We don't actually have a say on what will happen in our lives. Like, literally, we don't have a say in anything. We are forced to study, and kind of, it really depends on what your parents want you to study on top of that, and or to satisfy their financial needs, or what they think will make you rich for them. Actually, when it comes to parents, a lot of times that actually what happens in Lebanon and in Middle East as well. Something I have seen multiple times. And or just as a status that, oh, my daughter works as she studied as, for example, a doctor, or a interior designer. It's just for the status and for, like, the title of what my daughter studied. It's not because she worked hard, she put it so much work into something she loves. No, it's not that. It's what I'm going to tell people about what actually my daughter did so that she can get the best husband. The thing is that everyone takes marriage, especially in the Middle East, as something like how you decor your home, like how you buy furniture and how it's supposed to fit in all the house, and how it's supposed to look good in all the house. We're talking about two people that have aggressiveness, violentness, eventually, probably. The thing is that no one really knows after that the girl is dead because of her husband keep beating her until she died. That's when we remember that, oh, we shouldn't have gotten her married like that. Too late, honey. Yeah, good thing you woke up to that, even if it's pretty much late. But it's like, we get married based on, not based of wanting the other one, but based of money, or a title again, or because a woman, if she stays single, it's something like a slut. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, a woman in here, if she doesn't get married at a certain age, will consider something's wrong with her. She lost her virginity before marriage. No one's accepting the fact of marrying her. She's a living slut. She's blah 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 blah, and everyone starts to put so many things of why that woman is not getting married when she's 30 or something like that. And when they ask her, why aren't you not married yet? Exactly, like it's something that it's supposed to happen. It's not like, why didn't your tooth fell out yet, or why, it's like something you need to do. It's not something that you should want. It's not something that you should need, and it's not something that you should, be prepared for. It's marriage, for fuck's sakes. It's like marriage. You're getting married. You're putting your life and his life under one roof, and you're going to stay like that for the rest of your life. If you're getting married just for status, or just because to say you got married, and khalas, and everyone stop talking to me, I got married, dude, stop it. Like, why? You do realize you're ruining your life, not them. People that are all the time telling you to get married, their lives are completely not good. The fact that they're telling you to throw yourself like that is the biggest proof that they're not good at their lives. But